Facebook Live, we have arrived one more time. Let's get ready to get it in, y'all.
Conference muted. Conference recording started.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Yahudah Israel, also known as Pastor Derek Mann, on the early What I Seek Thee Scripture Study and Prayer Line on this 13th day in September 2019. Let's dive on in, y'all. Look at this, y'all. Let's go to Isaiah. We're going to go to a couple of scriptures, but let's go to Isaiah, fourth chapter. Isaiah, 4th chapter. Look at this. Beginning at the first verse. Look what it say. It say, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Let me read that one more time. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Can you see the significance of that, right? Where women would be, to be honest, like out of control. See, Israel was the moral nation for the whole planet, the examples, the leaders. And it forecasted a time where a woman could wear a name because like a single woman was a disgrace. And what was even worse was not only a single woman, but a woman that couldn't have children. That was like a reproach. So it was important for a woman to be married, have a covering. But there would come a time where the enemy will work on the women and cause them to want to be seen as having a covering, minus the submissiveness necessary to be covered. Women would be liberated, masculinated. It wouldn't be feminine no more. I got this. And they said they're going to eat their own bread. And we know like the Messiah was the bread of life. I'm going to eat my own bread. Take care of myself. This wicked system actually is taking women and trying to educate them to the point that they don't need a man type of a situation. Things changed, y'all. In fact, me teaching stuff like this sound weird to certain ears based on the infiltration of the spirit of the devil. If you ever want to destroy people, you get your hands on their women. You ever want to destroy a man, destroy their women. You want to destroy a nation, get your hands on their women. The ones that incubate the seed, that carry the next generation. In that day, 7 women will take hold of one man. Cover me. But I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna eat my own bread. I'm gonna wear my own apparel. only let us be called by thy name to take away the reproach. Cover me so that I look normal, I look righteous. Look at this, y'all. Let me show you something. Let's go to Matthew's, y'all. Matthew's 15. That's what I wanted to show you. Look at this. Matthew 15:1. Look what it said. It said, Then came to Yahudah scribes and Pharisees, which were at Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, Why do you also transgress the commandments of Yah by your traditions? For Yah commanded, saying, Honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curses father or mother, let him die to death. But ye say, Whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, It is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have you made the commandment of Yah of none effect by your tradition, ye hypocrites. Well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their hearts is far from me. He concluded this. Look at this, y'all. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. We know that the ecclesia is the bride of the Mashiach, the woman. And there will be a time when the ecclesia, the woman, the bride, will want to eat her own bread, become religious to the point that they start to establish their own righteousness, make their own rule. They want the covering. Look. They want to eat their own bread, wear their own apparel, but yet want to be called by his name, want to be a part of the body, want to be represented, want to be covered by the Mashiach, by the Messiah, to take away their reproach. You got folks that are lining themselves up to have a form of Yahliness. A form of Yahliness, want to look the part. Want to have a form of Yahliness, but deny the power thereof. The power is that we're reconciled. The power is that we're changed into his image. The power is that we're born again. There is a power that causes us to become a new creation in him. Not only are folks not becoming the new creation, but they'll preach their own doctrine. No, you're not new. You're not new if you're not submissive to the word, if you're not being transformed. If you're the same old you, you're still the same old you. Go to church, but you still you. What is so-called church doing for you in the first place? Literally, what is having a relationship with the Most High all about? See, Isaiah prophesied of a time where a woman represents the one that's being led. Yeah. The Most High made man first, put him to sleep and took his wife out of his rib, caused him to be the covering for her, had him here first, and he named all the animals and set up the earth for the coming of his wife, his bride. The times we living in is so satanic that everything is everything on every level too. Sexual perversion, masculinated women, effeminized men, just just role reversals, just everything. Got the kids learning to the point that they're not supposed to know the difference between being a boy or a girl. Switching the bathrooms, just satanic as heck. The empowerment, want to destroy people, make their women the head of the men, give them the welfare check, give them the place to stay, put the brother out, cause her to turn on him, put his name in the box. So we're going to attack the money he don't have. We already took the money he don't have now. And if he ever gets some money, we're going to snatch that too. We're going to put a warrant out for his arrest. Just attack the family structure. Cause it to be a conundrum. What the heck is that? Just anti-Yah. The Mashiach, Yah is the head of the Mashiach, the Messiah. The Messiah is the head of the man, and the man is the head of the woman, and the woman is the head over the children. Just scramble all that up. The time would come where a woman will want the man's name. 7 women. 7 is like a number of completion, dispensation, where folks want the name. They want it. They want their own bread. They want to wear their own clothing. They got their own stuff going on, right? In the house of prayer. The religious folks want to ask the Messiah, why do your disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? The doctrine, the teachings, the position of the elders. Why are they going against it? What you got a lot. Look, people want to know why Yah is going against them now. People is pointing the finger at Yah now. Folks get mad at Yah now. Want to put him in the courtroom. Want to blame him for this mess that we got going on. Perversion. Sin is the reason this has happened. The rebellion of man against the Creator is why we in the mess we in. But the creation, the things are going wrong because of the creation, and then the creation gets to start waving their finger and they fists up at the Most High. Want to ask the Mashiach. This is a form of that right here, y'all. Want to ask the Messiah, the people that you're raising up, why aren't they following what we laid out? The traditions of the elders, for they wash not their hands when they eat bread. You got folks that have carnal arguments. It's not, look, that's a carnal argument. Why do your disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they carnal stuff. Take your hat off. And what are you talking about? Carnality. Well, I feel. Who cares how you feel? There's a way to seem right unto a man, but the end of it is the ways of death. How you feel takes a back seat to the word, to truth. But we live in a dispensation of what you say matter. Even against the word, even against Yah. Folks coming up with their own private interpretations because the carnal mind has interpretation, has an opinion, has a way of doing things that they believe is right. Anyone is spiritually minded see you out of pocket. When they approached the Messiah, he knew they was out of line. But they were so out of line, they didn't know it. To the point that they had the gall, the audacity to approach him with this foolishness. Why do thy disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? Who gave the elders position to rule over Yah's inheritance in the first place? They need to be ruled over. What are they doing bringing their own bread? This is their bread. They supposed to be the bride. Here it is, they got their own bread, their own apparel. Why do the disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. You got folks with denominations, which is a sin. Denomination means division. Corinthians 1 and 10 says he's begging us by the name of Yahudah that we all speak the same thing and that there be no division among us, but that we be perfectly joined together in the same mind and the same judgment. You got folks that coming up with denominations because they're starting organizations and denominations causing division. And then their expectation is everyone up under their denomination that they created, you got to obey that stuff, or else you out of order. And that stuff turns into stronghold. That stuff turns into a way of life. That stuff turns into false religions. That's why so many churches on one block in one radius with different names. You got jokers that's crazy enough to put their name on the building, founded by Bishop Philip. Are you kidding me? These are the times we living in. Where 7 women want to take hold of one man. Seven different churches want to take on a hold of one man, one denomination. But they want to eat their own bread, wear their own clothes. But they want to use the Messiah's name to take away their reproach, as if they're of Yah. Why do thy disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, why do you want to talk? Why do ye also transgress the commandments of Yah by your traditions? That's what I want to know. Not only do you expect the children of the Most High to follow your mess, your doctrines, I got a better question. Why do you go against the commandments of the Creator, who you supposed to be serving? Why do you transgress the commandments of the Creator by your tradition? You'll set up a law, an oracle in your denomination that goes directly against the word. People will set up a standard in their own heart of how they going to live their life, and their life is contrary to Yah, but yet they want to carry his name. Yet they want to carry his name. Yet they want people to look at them like they belong to him. They want to move forward using his name, his fame, his reputation while they do them, while they walk in wickedness. While they walked away from his ruah, but yet they want the reputation of his ruah. They want the benefit of his name. They want to be praised. They want to be admired. They want to be followed. They want the fellowship. They want the fellowship, the benefit package of being identified with the Creator, but yet their doctrine is not his. Their lifestyle is not his. They got their own clothes on. They don't have on the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, loins girded about with truth, feet sharp with the preparation the gospel of peace. They don't have that on. Sword of the Spirit, which is his word. They got their own sword. Little fake plastic bat. They don't have the sword of the Spirit. Having a form of Yah. Why is it that people want to be identified with his name, but they still at the club? They still on drugs. They still holding grudges. They still cuss. They're liars. Say one thing with their face, but their hearts is way to the left. He wanted to know, look, why would you be bold enough to formulate a tradition, a commandment that goes against Yah's commandment, like you in competition with him? For Yah commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother, which means to take care of them. When they get old, you're supposed to start taking care of them. Yah commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curses father and mother, let him die to death. Meaning you refuse to. You ain't going to take care of them. Right? You'll put them in a nursing home where they got bed sores and dogging them out. After they changed your nasty diaper when you was growing up, you can't change theirs. And honor thy father and mother. Look. And honor, Yah said, honor thy father and mother. And he that curses father and mother, let him die to death. But ye say, with your religious self, look, what it say? But ye say, you got something to say, right? He challenging them. You want to talk to me? He challenged them. But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father and mother, it is a gift to the so-called church. I'm going to give it to Yah. Yah already told you where to give it. It is a gift by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me. What I was going to give to you, they was lying anyway. That was a front. It is a gift by whatsoever thou mightest be profited. I gave it to the ministry. I can't help you. And honor not, 6th verse, and honor not his father or mother shall be free. You taught to give it to the ministry. Why did you teach that? Because the money was going to come to you. You taught the people you don't have to take care of your obligations. Give it to me. And you don't have to take care of your parents. You just tell them you're giving it to me. That don't negate giving, y'all. You supposed to give. Muzzle not the mouth of the ox that tread out the corn. You supposed to. But they were so wicked. They were saying, do not take care of them so I can get more. For Yah commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother. Now you understand what that honor was. It was to take care of them. Honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curses his father and mother, let him die to death. But you say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have you made the commandment of Yah of none effect by your traditions. Your stuff ain't even a commandment, it's a tradition. The oracles of your church. How y'all do it over here, how we do it over here. We do it the word way. It's Yahweh or no way. It's Yahweh or the highway. Period. So he said, you hypocrites. Oh, they opened up a can of worms when they approached him. He said, you hypocrites. Well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, honor me with their lips, but their hearts is far from me. And then he concluded, but in vain they do worship of me. Did you know you got folks that worship him in vain? You got some wicked people out here, and it's just time. The word will expose folk. You got to be wicked when the word confronts you. And then you start categorizing the word as negativity. You got to be wicked. That sounds like the work of a devil. Having a form of godliness, denying the power thereof. The truth of the word come. They were taking this like the Mashiach was tripping. Their position is that the Messiah was wrong because they're carnal. And the carnal mind is enmity against Yah. The Most High will come in your life and change you. That's what you came to him for. You didn't come to him to stay like you are. False doctrine. Satan has a platform, so-called in the house of prayer, that people can stand on. And you got a whole lot of people standing on the platform that he created right in the midst of the congregation. There's a platform of disobedient people that's trying to survive off of a doctrine that the Satan taught in the garden, thou shalt not surely die. And the thou shalt not surely die doctrine is the once saved, always saved type of a doctrine that no matter what you do, you still going to be saved. Because that's what he told Eve. You can do this. You can eat of the tree even though he told you not to, and you will not surely die. And the doctrine that they're preaching right now is you should not surely die. And that platform is right in the midst of Yah, just like the platform that the snake established was right in the midst of the garden of Yah. That was Yah's garden. But he established his doctrine in the garden of Yah, and he's establishing his doctrine in the midst of the people of Yah right now. So people are comfortable with that I'm only human type of doctrine. They like to quote scriptures like, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world, but they don't want to do it. They want to act like they're helpless when it comes to sin. They when it comes to religious stuff, they want to say, greater is he that's in me. When it comes to the protection of Yah, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. They like stuff like that because it protects them. But when it comes to let that grudge go, to live right, to be forgiving, to be loving, to not forsake the assembling of ourselves together, that's doing what he called you to do, then folks want to play the little feeble, weak role. They want to be strong when it comes to singing and prophesying and sounding loud and big and spiritual. They tough then. But when it comes to humbling yourself and doing what he called to do, I'm only human. He said, you hypocrites. Well, did Isaiah prophesy of you say, this people draw nigh to me with their mouth. A lot of people got the mouth thing. What are you doing in the club still? What are you getting drunk for still? Why are you sleeping with people you ain't got no business sleeping with still? Folks siding with this perversion, this satanic perversion. Folks going around apologizing to the satanic perverted sexual agenda because they wordless. They don't even know the word. They don't even know Yah. Apologize. To who am I to judge you? The word told you to judge. Folks don't even know the word. When he said, judge not that you be not judged, well, for what measure you meet, it shall be measured again. Only thing that's saying is when you judge, it's going to be judged back to you. If you tell a person they should tell the truth, then you should be telling the truth too. But folks are twisted in their mind. If you're lying and I don't correct you because I don't want to be judged, so now I get to lie? You're a liar. I know you're lying. I'm not going to call you a liar. I'm going to say, who am I to call you a liar? So then I'm going to be a liar. And folks are so ignorant to the word that they think they go to heaven being a liar because they won't call a liar a liar. Whether I call you a liar or not, the word said liars shall have a part in the lake. So in all thy getting, get understanding when he said, judge not that you be not judged, for what measure you meet, it shall be measured again. It's trying to tell you some common sense stuff. It's talking about helping your brother. Because he went on to say, how are you going to say to your brother, let me get the splinter out of your eye, and you got a telephone pole in your own eye? It didn't stop right there either. He wanted to say, first take the telephone pole, the beam, out of your own eye. Then you see clearly how to take the splinter out of your brother's eye. The key is, how can I help you and I'm scandalous? Wasn't saying don't judge. The word told you, you shall know every tree by the fruit it bear. Trees is people, fruit is what they do. You're going to know them is to judge it. You're going to judge the tree by what it do. That's judging. And he wants you to judge. Talking about you're not supposed to judge. You judge whether or not you're going to let your kids go with that pedophile or not, don't you? There's certain kids you don't want your kids to play with because they're unruly. And you judged it. There's folks you won't hang with because they ain't cool. Folks so religious, you judging the person that's judging. Talking about you ain't supposed to judge. You shouldn't have said that if you can't judge. You can't judge me for judging if he told you not to judge. Wordless folk don't have a clue. Say, have no, Ephesians 5:11 say, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. And the unfruitful work of darkness is sin. And you apologize in the folk that's going against Yah. Oh, I'm sorry. Say, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, yet reprove them. That means to correct them, to judge them. To judge what they're doing is wrong according to the word. And if it's wrong, told you don't have no fellowship with them. And to correct them. I'm not with you on that. I'm not apologizing. You perverted. You perverted going against the Most High. Get out that bed. Leave your brother alone, brother. You ain't supposed to be kissing on him like that. Read Romans 1. He judged it already. Corinthians 5, Paul in his absence said, I've judged this dude that's sleeping with his father's wife. In my absence. Ye hypocrites. Well did Isaiah prophesy of you saying, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, honor me with their lips, but their hearts is far from me. You got folks that reject truth, then become rejected, then they go on and then want to be represented, want to wear his name. That's what it was talking about, y'all. The main thing is they want to wear his name. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. We gonna have our own doctrine. We're gonna wear our own apparel. We're gonna have our own righteousness. We're gonna teach what we gonna think what we want to think. We're gonna do what we feel. We're gonna wear our own righteousness, our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away thy approach. We don't want folks to be wise to us. We want people to look up to us like we're strong in the Most High, like we're on the same page as the Most High. You're not on the same page as the Most High. You can preach all you want, post all the scriptures you want. You mean to tell me you ain't got to walk in love? You mean to tell me you can hold grudges and you going on with him? You can ignore the word? If you offended with somebody, you got to go to him. You ain't got to? Because the word has a way of exposing folk. They moving like the devil. And I'm going to tell you this, you can repent. But as long as you're in that state, you like the devil. Slithering around, trying to wear his name, trying to wear his anointing, trying to look like a child of the Most High. When you move like the devil, you don't do what the word say do. You're going to stay in the bed. You're going to get drunk. You're going to get high. And you're going to slide with Satan's doctrine. You should not surely die. I'm only human. Ain't nobody perfect. You want to slide with all that old weak stuff. But when it's opportune, you want to say, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. I'm a child of the king. If you're a child of the king, then let the power change your life. Because if any man be in the Mashiach, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. You become new in him. You're born again. And you're born with power. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You shall receive power after his Ruach HaKodesh. His spirit has come upon you to become witness, and not just go witnessing, but you're a living witness because the power. You're a new creation in him. You change. Come on, somebody. It's time out for eating your own bread. You better eat the bread that came down from heaven. He said your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and they dead. He said, but I'm the true bread that came down from heaven. You eat of this bread, you'll never die. We don't need to eat our own bread. We need to eat the true bread that came from him. And if you eat that bread, you're going to change. You eat the true bread, you're going to change. He's going to rescue you from you. If any man be in the Mashiach, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new in him, y'all. Y'all repent. Y'all repent. Like my brother, the Most High used my brother to say, then I'm done, y'all, because I'm out of time. But when they sinned in the garden, he set them cherubims up with flaming swords. Some folks is so religious, put on such a religious front, that they believe themselves as they go against the word, that when you walk away from truth, you better pray that Yah don't put them flaming swords up, that the sword of the word is cutting so sharp that you can't come back in. You just out there now. Out there posting and acting religious, but you walking in wickedness. Grudge holding, wicked person. Having a form of Yahliness, denying the power there, want to wear his name. But the folks that really got his name is different than you. Yah will pull the covers. Live right, y'all. If you want to wear his name, eat his bread. Wear his apparel. Not your own. That's the true way you can take away the reproach. Is if we baptize into him and led by his spirit. Is that all right? Let's do that. Let's pray. Spirit of the Most High, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you humbly to know how. I'm gleaning in the truth of your word. Let your word go forth, reign supreme. Let your word have free course to the rescuing of your children. We don't want to eat our own bread. We don't want to wear your name and eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. We want to be submissive to your apparel, to your bread. For you are the bread of life. Give us that bread that we give us that bread that we hunger no more. Give us that water we thirst no more. Tell us the truth about ourselves and rescue us from us. Present us blameless before your presence. We be careful to give you the praise and honor, not only now, but forevermore. In the matchless name of Yahushua HaMashiach, we humbly pray. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And amen. That was the lesson for today. We pray that the word found you and unbound you if he was bound, and that we govern ourselves accordingly. If you're blessed by the lesson, feel free to push the share button, that somebody else might be blessed as well. And if you're a supporter of this ministry, we thank Yah for you. If you'd like to become one, you got the Cash App. All you got to do is put in the phone number 510-209-5818. And you'll see, when you put it in, you'll see $ Yahudah Israel pop up, and you know you're where you need to be, and you can sow your seed. Y'all want to talk about the word? This was a hot one here. All you got to do is dial 302-202-1102, extension 815648. Again, 302-202-1102, extension 815648, and we can talk about the word. Y'all be Baruch. Continue to pray for me. Barak Shalom. I'm gone.